Hi guys, in this video we're going to talk about how to create a facial rig using image sequences. Alright, let's get started. First, disable the eye and mouth layers of your character from the UQ Paint add-on tab. Switch to Edit mode, select the eye area you need, press Shift plus D to duplicate, then P gives separate by selection. Go back to Object mode, select the new mesh for eyes, and rename it. Remove the old material from that mesh. Apply the mirror modifier. Create a new image texture with your desired resolution, then set color alpha to 0. Unwrap the mesh using angle-based. After finishing the facial rig, I noticed some stretching on the eye texture. It turns out that happened because I used Project from View Bounds for the unwrap. Then I tried using angle-based instead, and as you can see, the texture looks much cleaner now. For the next steps, I'm still using the stretch texture, but the workflow itself is correct. Just make sure to use the proper unwrap method when you follow along. Export the UV layout to help you place the eye textures correctly. Set the export format to PNG and adjust the fill opacity if needed. Now, import the UV layout into your texture software. Here, I'm using Inkscape. Create several eye expressions. Then export them and name them sequentially. Back in Blender, create a new material. Since we'll be using PNG image textures, open the shader editor, then add an emission shader, transparent BSDF, and a mix shader. Connect the emission to the second slot of the mix shader and transparent BSDF to the first slot. Add an image texture node, connect it to emission, and connect the alpha output to the factor input of the mix shader. Load all your eyes textures and test them. Rename the material to match your eye mesh name. Adjust the position of the eye mesh so it doesn't overlap with the main face mesh. Add a plain mesh. This will be your expression selector image. Make sure all your eye expressions in order, matching their texture, sequence names. Adjust the position and scale. Remove the principled BSDF shader from its material so the image looks exactly like the original. Go to Edit mode and align each vertex to the center of every eye expression image. This helps with selection later. Select MetaRig, then go to Edit mode. Add a basic pivot bone. This will control the eye expression switching. Rename the bone with the same name as your eye mesh and material. Adjust its position, then regenerate the rig. After that, edit its widget using the Bone Widget tool. Add a driver to the image texture offset. In the Driver tab, set up the expression. Create a variable name, followed by a slash and a number. For example, set the number 210 at first. Make sure the variable name matches exactly on both the top and bottom fields. Then select your rig object as the target, and choose the eye control bone you just created. Set the Type 2Z location, and for the first setup, use World Space. Now test. The eye texture should change according to the bone movement. Move the bone to each expression position, making sure the distance between each pose is equal. Copy that distance value from the Transform Location tab. Go back to the Driver tab, and replace the earlier number 10 with the correct distance value. Then set the space to local. Now, the eye texture should automatically change based on the bone position. Switch to Pose mode and test again. Add a limit location constraint to the expression bone. Set the movement limits based on your last expression position. Copy the exact location value from the Transform panel and paste it into the constraint. Test to make sure the bone stops correctly at the last expression. The eye expression setup is now complete. Next, repeat the same process for the mouth. Once your facial rig is done, go back to Object mode. Select the two image planes, eye and mouth, then the last select the rig. Press Ctrl plus P, then select Object. Now the image plane is parented to the rig. Next, open the timeline and try moving the frame slider. You might see the eyes and mouth move automatically. To fix this, go to the Shader Editor, select the Image Texture node. Set frames to 1 for both eyes and mouth textures. Now your facial rig is fully working. Next, we'll move on to creating a simple idle animation. If you liked this video, don't forget to like, comment, and share. See you next time.